Today, the Oromo are the largest ethnic group in Ethiopia, boasting a population of more than 40 million people, making up nearly 36% of the population of Ethiopia. On top of this, the state known as Oromia makes up more than 34% of Ethiopia's land area, standing at around 350,000 square kilometers. Undoubtedly one of the most important ethnic groups in the region, both today as well as in history. Today we will be learning about the history and culture of the Oromo people. In the beginning, there were two major divisions among the Oromo, the Borana and the Barantu, named after their supposed mythical founders. The Oromo consisted of various subgroups, branching off and integrating other ethnicities into the larger nation. There has been great controversy surrounding the birthplace of the Oromo people and the migrations of the 16th century. There have been archaeological findings of burial and funeral grounds in modern-day northern Somalia that have been attributed to the Oromo, although more recent evidence points to their origins being in the highlands of southern Ethiopia in the modern-day highland province of Bali Oromia. What we do know about the migrations is that they happened around the time of the Ethiopian Adal War, although the reason for the migrations was not a persecution of the Oromo by other ethnic groups. The Oromo would go on to assimilate other ethnic groups during their conquests into central Ethiopia, including the Godefeche, Mogasa, and Midhika peoples, as well as the mixed peoples like the Gobara. Due to their lifestyles of nomadic semi-pastoralism, Oromo were stereotyped as a backwards people without agriculture, sustaining themselves off of herding cattle. However, this was very reductionist and even far from the truth. The Gadaa system was a sophisticated system that the Oromo invented to organize their society. Here is a basic rundown of how it worked. The Ijuli are children with no responsibilities from the ages of 0 to 8. The Debele are boys from 9 to 16 who are students as well as responsible for looking after the cows in the immediate area of the village. Then there are the Fuli from 17 to 24 who are military trainees as well as given the responsibility of taking cattle to far-off rivers and lakes to drink. The Kondala from 25 to 32 are members of militias. The Rabaduri, also known as the candidates, are warriors from the ages of 33 to 40. From 41 to 48, they are the Gadaa, or leaders. From 49 to 56, they are the Yuba, stage 1, and advisors. They are stage 2 and 3 Yuba from 57 to 64 and from 65 to 72, respectively, as well as repositories of the law. From 73 to 80, they are Gadaa Muji, in charge of conducting rites, and finally, from 80 and above, they once again have no responsibilities. In this way, the Oromo have a system in which men grow in responsibility every 8 years. Every 8 years, they would also elect 9 leaders known as the Saigon Yai Borana, and if one of them dies while still in their position, the Boku, or symbol of power, passes to their wife, who then takes his place proclaiming the laws. It is quite possible that the reason for the 16th century migrations and expansions of the Oromo people were due to the traditions of once during every 8 years that they would fight either big wild animals or raid enemy peoples that their ancestors have not before. The Oromo also practiced adoption of other Oromos and non-Oromos into their clan, which would serve to increase their numbers, as they would be considered sons of the Gosa, and full members of the clan. In terms of religion, there are 3 major groups among the Oromo: Muslims, Christians, and those who follow traditional beliefs. According to the most recent census in 2007, 40 to 45% of the inhabitants of the Oromo region are from various stripes of Christianity, including Ethiopian Orthodox, Protestant, and Catholic. 55 to 60% of the Oromo region are Muslim, and the last 3.3% are followers of traditional religions. That being said, what is the traditional religion of the Oromo people? It is an ethnic faith known as Wakafana. The basics of the religion are as follows. They worship Waka Tokicha, which translates to the one God, who they believe is the supreme being. Unlike Islam, however, it is incorrect to say that this religion is purely monotheistic. However, as they also believe in the Ayana, who are both manifestations of the one supreme God, as well as intermediate spirits between the Waka and his creation. They are believed to possess special men and women that they have chosen, who are given the titles of Qalu and Qaliti, respectively. Different regions of Oromia have different beliefs regarding the Ayana, some believing that they directly affect people's lives, and others believing that they need orders from Waka. The Ambo Oromo even identified several Ayanas by lineage and clan. There is a position in the religion of Wakifana known as the Aba Muba, who is considered to be a prophet as well as the highest of the Qalu. Followers who are of high moral character, married, circumcised, and having been in the Gadaa system for 40 years, make pilgrimage to meet with him, offering a bull and sheep as gifts. Once they are given anointments, they are given the titles of Jila, meaning saintly people, and have the ability to perform rituals for their communities, as they now have a special role in between the Aba Muba and their people. Oromo acquired horses. They were able to use their Gadaa system's advantage of training all of its men for war to expand into both the Christian Ethiopian Empire as well as the Muslim Adal Sultanates. From an outside perspective, this can be seen as how the Oromo were always in between the Christian majority nations like the Amhara and the Tigray, and the Muslim majority nations like the Harari and the Afar, which ruled the Oda, and Muslim majority nations like the Harari and the Afar, which ruled the Adal Sultanates. By the late 16th century, there were Oromo settlements south of the Abe River, and within 6 decades, there would be the 5 Oromo kingdoms of the Gibe region. These included Limmu in Area, Gera, Galma, Gumma, and Jimma. These peoples had shifted to an agrarian mode of living thanks to the fertile farmland of the region. Meanwhile, on the east side of the Oromo region, only those living immediately outside of the walled city of Harar adopted farming. Some notable kings of Jimma included Abba Jafar, the first who consolidated power and converted to Islam, starting a trend of the people of his kingdom becoming Muslim. Abba Jafar's accomplishments include the building of 5 palaces around Jimma, claiming newly conquered land for himself and his social circle, as well as conquering the important Badi Fola district in 1847 to secure trade routes between the Kingdom of Kaffa and the provinces of Shewa and Gojam. In more recent history, during the 1870s, Menelik II of the Kingdom of Shewa would annex Oromo lands, including the Kingdom of Jimma, which surrendered peacefully in exchange for local autonomy, which lasted until Haile Selassie took it away, from not just them, but other Oromo regions as well. Despite the contributions of the Oromo region to the economy under Haile Selassie, the Oromos did not get the same modernization benefits as other parts of the country. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and comment down below which Ethiopian tribe you want to see a video about next. This is Little Known History, signing off.